If you stood at Point Nemo, there would be nothing to see but endless blue water in every direction. No birds, no ships on the horizon, no islands breaking the skyline, just the wind and the swells of the South Pacific. But you can't actually stand at Point Nemo because there is nothing to stand on. It is a set of coordinates, 48 degrees, 6S, 1333, 6, W. A mathematical abstraction planted in the middle of an ocean so vast and empty that even the nearest scraps of land, tiny specks like Ducie Island, Motu Nui, and Maher Island, are nearly 2,700 kilometers away. This is Point Nemo, the most remote place on Earth, a spot where you are closer to orbiting astronauts on the International Space Station than to any other human being on the planet's surface. When Croatian survey engineer Hrvoje Lukatela first calculated its location in 1992 using geospatial modeling, it wasn't just a technical triumph, it was an existential one. Humans have always sought the edges of the map, the poles of experience, and this one was hiding in plain sight. The Polynesians never settled this sector of the ocean. Whalers didn't need to cross it. Even in the age of GPS, few ships divert toward this watery nowhere. It was geography for geography's sake, a point defined not by what it is, but by how impossibly far away it is from everything else. And yet Point Nemo tells a story of profound connection. When sailors on the Volvo Ocean Race sampled its waters in 2017, they found something chilling. Microplastic particles, up to 26 pieces in a single cubic meter of seawater. Later passes found even more. The most remote place on Earth had been touched by our throwaway culture. For marine biologists, this was both fascinating and heartbreaking. The South Pacific Gyre, where Point Nemo lies, is a marine desert, starved of nutrients and largely devoid of visible life. But the evidence of humanity still arrives here, carried by ocean currents that weave our modern debris into this pristine abyss. Below the surface, geologists read a different story in the abyssal plain nearly 4,000 meters down. Sediment cores pulled from nearby sites reveal layers upon layers of history. Traces of Antarctic circumpolar current shifts, markers of ancient climate oscillations, even microscopic shells of long-dead plankton. It's an alien world, but one that holds the memory of Earth's geologic heartbeat, tucked beneath an oceanic expanse that barely anyone will ever see. There is no archaeology at Point Nemo, no ruins, no shipwrecks, no bones of lost sailors, and yet in a strange way, it has become a cultural landmark. Since the 1970s, it has served as Earth's spacecraft graveyard. When space agencies need to dispose of obsolete satellites or even entire stations, like Russia's Mir, they aim them for this point, ensuring they burn up and crash into the sea as far from human life as possible. It's a burial ground for our cosmic ambitions, invisible to the living world. When British adventurer Chris Brown became one of the first confirmed people to deliberately visit Point Nemo in 2024, he swam there, a human body, afloat at the world's ultimate nowhere. His expedition wasn't just about bragging rights. It was a pilgrimage to a place that exists because we defined it. A reminder that even in the age of satellites and mapped oceans, there are still corners of Earth that challenge us to confront our own smallness. Point Nemo is a paradox, a nowhere that matters. A silent desert teeming with invisible particles of our civilization. A graveyard for machines, and a living lab for scientists chasing the planet's deepest stories. You will never see it on a postcard, but if you close your eyes and imagine the loneliest place on Earth, you are probably already there.